way to the top. Now, let's just look at this because we want to look at the reality of this thing. How many of you know the devil does not like you? How many thinks he likes them? Okay. Now, the enemy opposes you. So when you are sent into the earth, and you and I, as the righteous, are deliberately planted among the wicked because we have the light. Okay? So in that, the wicked then, many times being controlled by the enemy, their job is to keep you down, to frustrate you, to harass you, so forth and so on. But favor turns all of that. Favor is the way to the top. Look what he said over here, over in Luke chapter 4, and look at verse 5. He said, "The devil taketh him," Jesus, "up to a high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said to him, All this power will I give you, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will give it. If thou wilt worship me, all shall be thine. And Jesus answered and said to him, Get thee behind me, Satan." Now let's stop right there. Here's what I'm telling you. Is that the idea is to occupy the mountain. The idea is to get and occupy or control that sphere of influence. Say amen to that. And the thing of it is on the way up the mountain, you cannot compromise. Because whatever you compromise going up the mountain will control you at the top of the mountain. So now with favor, you're going to get confidence. Put it up there, please. Put up there Proverbs 24 and verse 5. "A wise man is strong, yea, a man of knowledge increases strength." What are we giving you today? Knowledge. Look at verse 10, please, out of that. "If thou faint in the day of adversity," come on, "thy strength is small." Now, so what did Daniel do? They said, Daniel, anybody caught praying to any other god during this 30-day period of time other than this statute or whatever, or the king, will be thrown in the den of lions. Somebody tell me, what did Daniel do? He went up in his room, didn't try to hide, opened the windows, Shanda! And they arrested him. They put him in a lion's den. But guess what? Favor. See, the favor of God is so powerful until no harassment, no weapon, no nothing can touch it, because, Lord have mercy, because God has endorsed you.
Come on now.
See, this favor, and we've got to show you this because you're going into a place now where God's about to raise you up. But I don't want you to compromise going up the mountain. Come on, I don't want you to bow to Baal. I want you to maintain your stand. And the way you're going to do that is through favor. But the way you get the favor to function is by faith. And the way you get faith is by hearing. So as I give you this today, one lesson is going to turn you around. One lesson where you would have been weak or faint in that day of adversity, now you're going to stand strong. You're going to say, no, I got favor on my life. Say amen to that. It may not look good right now, but I'm going to keep my joy. When his favor comes on you, you don't have to tell a man thank you. I better come over here. When his favor comes on you, you don't owe a thank you to a man. Come on up here. Let's go with this again. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down hither. Now, what happened? Joseph was sold by his brothers, as you know, to a traveling band of Ishmaelites, some business people. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found what? Grace. What's the name for it? Favor. In his sight, and he served him, and he made him what? Overseer over his house. Come on. All that he had, he put into his hand. Favor, the way to the top.
Yes, it is. Glory to God. Yes, it is.
The way to the top. Say amen to that. I've had people come up here before and say, Pastor, you know, they've been passing over me for this promotion and so forth and so on, you know. And what they want. Well, what do you want? Well, I need them to cut me a little slack. No, you don't. You need favor. Because there's favor, they don't have to cut you no slack. Come on, God's going to cut you some slack. See, if God says promote you, there's not a single person that can stop your promotion. There's not a government. There's not a demon. And it came to pass from that time, the time that he had made him overseer over his house, and all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not all he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person, and what? Well favored. Say, I'm well favored. Keep going. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph. And she said, lie with me. Uh-oh. And flow, okay. And he refused and said to his master's wife, behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he committeth all that he hath into my hand. There is none greater in the house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee,